Hello there. What's going on, everybody? Today I'm using Ryan Kingston's Fleet Builder. I'm bringing to you a list for Armada, and I haven't done this in a while, but I'm actually going to be kind of redoing another double Simoon list I did recently where I was trying to use quad turbo laser cannons and make them work a little bit more. And I think they're going to work really well once the Superstar Destroyer comes out. But I wanted to kind of do a list today for how could you try to do this now. Is there a way that this could work today before the Superstar Destroyer comes out? So what we're going to do, basically the premise of this list is to maximize, is to maximize our red dice and to maximize our dice in general. So the Simoon has 5 red dice in the front. With Spinal, it'll have 6 red dice. Concentrate Fire will give it 7, and the quad turbo laser cannons can potentially give it an 8th red die. Of course, that's only if you get an accuracy. So to make this work, generally you need to either just roll an accuracy, have something that's going to give you an accuracy, or have re-rolls, and hopefully you will get one that way. So the idea with the Superstar Destroyer was that I used Vader as a crew and people like Krennic to make this work. I do think there's some different options now, and I'm going to do something that's a little bit unexpected as well. I'm using a certain team that I never use, but I'm going to use Vader as a commander. That's going to give, because I'm going to run 2 Simoons. I'm going to have 2 Simoons. They're both going to have spinal armament and quad turbo laser cannons, and that's just trying to really maximize those dice. Now on this second Simoon, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to have this guy use veteran gunners, and this one is one I never use, but I think there's a reason to potentially use it today. And the idea here is that I want to maximize rerolls. This gives me two rerolls where I can reroll every die in my attack pool. So if Vader, I can save Vader for last. If I don't get anything good the first time, reroll everything else, and then I have Vader to reroll the remaining dice. So I have 2 full rerolls there, and that's pretty solid. Of course, it might not always work, because if I do end up with like a double, and a blank, and no accuracies, and then now I can't. I probably won't want to spend veteran gunners at that point. But that's maybe a good problem to have. So there is a couple of other things I can do. I can stockpile a Concentrate Fire token, and things like that to give myself even more rerolls. So that is a possibility. All right, for the flagship Simoon, instead of that, I will have Gunnery Team. You're probably thinking, well, why wouldn't you have Gunnery Team on the first Simoon? And it's a good question. One of the reasons is it factors into my objectives. I am going to be running. I'm going to be running advanced gunnery, so I want there to actually be a ship that I can put that on. But also, when I'm running, I find sometimes when I'm running double Simoons, there's one that is kind of slightly on the flank that doesn't really always have 2 separate shots, and I just kind of have a feeling that I'll put this one slightly off to the side, so that will be the way it's going to work. So we'll see if I'm right. This is a little bit of a gamble, but I'm trying to make that work. Now on the first Simoon, how am I going to maximize my rerolls there? Because I won't have veteran gunners there, right? So what I'm thinking of doing, and this is first off, intensify firepower. I'm going to need that, and I will put a Gazanti out here with CommsNet to keep passing tokens. But what I want to do is I want to also have a token that I can spend for rerolls. So the idea here is I'm going to use Taskmaster Grint. And you can place a command token on this card. When you reveal the matching command token, you may gain matching command. Or when you reveal the matching command, you can gain the matching command token. So basically, I'll choose Concentrate Fire with Grint. And every turn when I reveal a Concentrate Fire, I'll get the token also. So this kind of turns this guy into a Superstar Destroyer for that effect. And basically the way that this will work is I will reveal Concentrate Fire. I will be able to shoot with a reroll for the Concentrate Fire token, and then also Vader's reroll. So I have 2 separate rerolls. One's for only 1 die, one's for everything else. And then I'll have Intensify Firepower if I have any blanks left over. I've got the quad turbo laser cannon, so hopefully I'll get that extra die. and it's a lot of dice. And if I need double accuracies too, like if I'm going up against the Liberty, I'll probably have that as well. So really, really good chance of getting something good out of this roll. And I can do that twice. Although I can only spend the concentrate fire and then the extra reroll one time because of with gunnery team. But after that, then Gazanti activates and gives me a concentrate fire token, and then I spend that one at the beginning of the next turn, trigger intensify firepower, activate myself, get another token, reroll, rinse and repeat. So I'll actually be consuming 2 concentrate fire tokens per turn. One at the beginning of each turn and one during my activation. And that's kind of what the Gazanti is going to feed into here. Now, if I have to start passing out engineering tokens with the Gazanti or something like that, I can adjust that way and always just permanently spend the Intensify Firepower card later on. But that is more or less the plan. Now, for the other Simoon, I will go ahead and add Strategic Advisor there just to kind of slow down a little bit because I'm only going to have 3 ships. I'm going to put a couple of squadrons in here though, and not that many because normally I'd think, well, the Gazanti could activate a few, but I think he's going to be spending most of his time passing out tokens. I don't think he's going to be doing a whole lot of squadron commands. So let me add some rogues, and I could probably add some fire sprays, but I don't think I'm going to do that because once I get up to the 3rd one, it puts me over. So if I'm only going to have 2 squadrons, let's go ahead and do Boba Fett and Bosk. This is mostly an experimental kind of build because there's a lot of luck that goes into this, right? Because I'm relying so much on rerolls. There's a whole lot of luck that goes into here, and I'm kind of hoping for that master, 12 damage, maybe 14, 16 damage attack, at long range. Kind of hoping for something like that. It's not guaranteed to happen, but you never know. But since this is a luck-based build, I figured it'd do some fun here. Like Bosk, he kind of fits into the theme of dealing with accuracies because if he gets damaged, then you get to he gets some free accuracy on every attack. And Boba Fett is just really fun for putting out that extra damage, especially to other squadrons, but just about anywhere. He's a fun one to mess with, and they also have brace, so that hopefully they won't die too quickly. Bosk is really good against other squadrons. Boba Fett's really good against ships. So, and honestly, they're both good against either. But, yeah, and they're rogues. And this puts me up to 399, so I'll probably be second player. So our objectives are going to be very, very important. So let's go ahead and look at objectives. We've got definitely going with advanced gunnery. But if you don't want to go with advanced gunnery for something like this, I think you can easily swap it out for most wanted. Give that to the Gazantis. That one makes plenty of sense. I just thought advanced gunnery would be a little more fun. Every once in a while, you'll run across somebody who actually wants to take advanced gunnery too, so that's kind of fun. All right, but since generally there's no way my opponent's going to choose advanced gunnery with a build like this, I'm going to make sure my other objectives let me kind of dictate where the battlefield is going to take place. So for our yellow, fire lanes is a really strong one. We have such a strong frontal armament. We're guaranteed to get all 3 of these if we put them close together for the 3 different objective tokens. On top of that, we're guaranteed to be able to say where the battle is going to take place. So even if they don't kill any of our ships, we can, heck, I could deploy at speed 1 and do a nav first turn. It's just slow down to speed 0, point at the objective tokens, just wait. This way, stop ourselves from being flanked, and, wait a couple of turns for them to come to us, just collect lots and lots of points. And then once they do move into range, then we start moving and start killing them because we're best at long range. And so being able to know where the battle is going to take place definitely helps in that regard. The other thing is now I usually like Solar Corona or Superior Positions here, but I definitely don't want Solar Corona because just in case I end up pointing that way, I'm going to lose my accuracy, and I really need my accuracy. So Solar Corona works counter to my list. So that's not good. But Superior Positions doesn't. Well, maybe it does because I'm very easy. I don't have as much stuff that can really take rear shots. I do have the 2 rogues, and they could potentially get some rare shots, but this would really hurt me a lot more against like a heavy bomber list that doesn't have to blow up my Star Destroyers, that can just get a lot, or a Sloan list, for example, is really going to wreak havoc on me. So in this case, I think I'm going to go with something a little different. Similar to Fire Lanes, I'm going to go with Dangerous Territory. This one is going to still kind of let me dictate where the battlefield takes place. I'll be able to put a lot of objectives all in the same general area, and just kind of, fly directly over them, pick up some points, or tempt my opponent to flying on the objectives, and then I'll, they'll put them right into the web. So the Fire Lanes and Dangerous Territory are effectively creating a spider web, and Advanced Gunnery is just taking advantage of my other Simoon, who will then effectively have 2 shots out the front and veteran gunners. So a lot of really cool options there. But I think this is mostly going to be a fun build that might be a little competitive. It might surprise some people, and hopefully we get some good luck with it. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. I want to remind you there is still time to enter the giveaway. We just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment, and more details for that on Crabbok.com. But yeah, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. This is Ryan Kingston's Fleet Builder. People always ask me, what am I using? I'll put a link to this in the description as well. So make sure you check the description before you ask me what program or software I am using. All right, guys, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and as always, have a great day.